Hello and welcome back, your faces, to another video here on the channel. As you can see by the thumbnail and the actual title, we're going to be talking about the Disney Investor Day, which happened 2 days ago, and everything that Lucasfilm came out with, because to be honest with you, it was crazy. Like I said in the other video for Marvel, Disney came out and literally said, right, tell everyone what we're doing. And it went across Pixar, Disney Animation, Disney Studios, Disney Films, Lucasfilm, Marvel. It went everywhere. And to be honest with you, it kind of wiped the floor with HBO Max and Warner Brothers saying, yeah, we're going to release The Matrix 4 and everything on HBO Max, guys. Yeah, same day, you can watch it over there instead of leaving your home. That's what it is. It's a big F you to them, basically. But with Lucasfilm, they announced tons of stuff. And to be honest with you, this is completely different to the Marvel one, because with Marvel, everyone knows, obviously, they literally do 2 to 3 films a year, TV series, whatever, yeah, boom, 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 because they have a clear line of sight of where they're going. With Lucasfilm, they announced no more than 10 TV series coming off of Star Wars, and to be honest with you, that is known as milk this thing dry, which is exactly what they're doing. Fingers crossed, though, that it's actually good, because some of these things that, which are going to come out from Lucasfilm, if they're not good, people are going to want Kathleen Kennedy's head on a silver platter, because she's the one who come out and said, oh, this is what we're going to do. And to be honest with you, if it sucks, they're going to let her know. So let's move on to it and spin this around. Obviously, first out the bat, what I was really excited was Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have been waiting for this for years. Ever since Ewan McGregor, about 4 to 5 years ago, was like, oh yeah, we're doing a TV show or we're doing a movie with me. Because obviously they were meant to do a Star Wars story, which they've dropped that tagline now, which I think is absolutely amazing, because, to be honest with you, a Star Wars story, Rogue One, it was like, oh, get lost. That was absolutely rubbish. And yes, I almost cursed then. But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is just going to be great. And obviously the biggest bombshell ever was that Hayden Christensen is returning as Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader, which is just what everyone has been wanting for the last decade. Everyone wanted him to return because, again, Ewan McGregor and Hayden, they are so in sync in each other with each other. They're just like a boom, in sync. Right, let's do it. But we were also told by Miss Kathleen Kennedy that this is going to have a rematch between Obi-Wan and Vader. Which, if you are a Star Wars fan and you know the very first film off by heart, which the majority of us do, it says in there, when they're talking about it, the last time they met, he was the student, but now he's the master. And that was on bloody Mustafar, where, he was charcoal to bits. He was on the Barbie, no legs, no arm. That's what it was. But, we don't know what they're going to do. But fingers crossed, they actually make sure that this is going to be good. And again, this is actually meant to take place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So then they, announced a couple of other things. There was Rangers of the New Republic, Ashoka, which is going to be great, I think, because The Mandalorian at this moment in time is just killing it. And these two shows are actually offshoots of The Mandalorian. So for the Rangers, no details were provided on Rangers, but if you've been watching Mandalorian, you probably have a good idea on what this series could be about. It will likely feature Cara Dune, which, as this moment in time, Disney is supposedly forcing her, Gina Carano, to come out and apologise so she can be in the show. Which I think is just ridiculous. She hasn't got to come out and say sorry to anyone. Again, Twitter is for every single person. She has had so much hate towards her. It's like, right, okay, what are you going to do about these people? And you're like, oh, we don't care about them, because they're on our side, they have our opinion. That's the sad thing about it. But then you have, obviously, Ahsoka, which is Rosario Dawson is going to be returning as the character. And in The Mandalorian Season 2, she kicks so much ass. And I think she's a perfect character. And they've chosen the right actress to play her. Then we saw Andor, which was a little bit interesting because we knew this was coming for Cassian Andor. But seeing that we're like, right, okay, they showed us a bit of trailer. I'm not going to show it. I will leave a link below for this page. And I was like, right, okay, because we all know how he goes, how he dies. But it's going to be interesting to see if they go into it and they kind of take elements from the George Lucas scripted series Underworld, which never actually materialized. Which, if I was Disney, I'd be eating those scripts up and then we're making this. But we don't know what's going to happen. But I am kind of interested with this. So far, I got like 4 things I'm interested in. Then they went on to Star Wars The Bad Batch, which, again, I'm not a huge fan of the Clone Wars or, the animated version. It's going to be a spin-off of the animated series. You then had Star Wars Visions, another animation project. Then they came to Lando, which is going to be very interesting to see because they've kind of said that they may see Donald Glover and Billy D. Williams appear. I'm not too sure about that because we don't know how it's going to go. We don't know when it's going to be set and if they're going to go back and forth a bit like Godfather. If they did that, it could be good. But then they got to The Acolyte, which is meant to be around the Sith and the dark side, which, if done right, could be tremendous. It could. But at this moment in time, I'm a little bit not too sure. Mostly because of the showrunner. She is the person who did Russian Doll, but she's also had a few choice words in the last couple of months regarding the fans and everything else. So it's a bit like, do you really want to upset them? But then they went on to a droid story, and I was like, why would you do a story on the droids? To be honest with you, people may love them, but I'm not exactly like, oh my god, I need to watch it. Then was the biggest drop for me anyway, was that Patty Jenkins, one of my favourite directors at this moment in time, director of Wonder Woman 1984, and also the critically acclaimed Monster, which won Charlize Theron an Oscar. She done a little promo, and the promo is just phenomenal because, again, it's like, what's going on here? Patty Jenkins is directing Rogue Squadron, which is going to be out in theatres, and with this here, Rogue Squadron is in my top 5 favourite video games of all time. It is so good. And the books are just phenomenal as well. So seeing that they're actually bringing this to the screen and actually listening to people, because people have been going on about Rogue Squadron for years. They're like, we need this as a film. We want this. We want this. And now Patty Jenkins is going to be doing it. I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait to see it. And it was just the way she announced it as well was just phenomenal, which is just fantastic. They also showed a few other things, that Taika Waititi, sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, but the guy who brought us Thor 3, Love and Thunder, the new Thor, and a host of other ones, What We Do in the Shadows and all that. They said he's doing a Star Wars film, but they didn't give us any other details, just that it's very kind of his style. So I'm kind of expecting a comedy style like Thor Ragnarok. But so I'll be happy for that. But then, which I was actually quite blown away with, we knew this was kind of coming, they've been inklings about stuff, but we didn't know when they were going to announce it. But Willow. I love the film Willow. It is so good. Val Kilmer is just awesome in it, and Warwick Davis is also fantastic, and Warwick Davis is actually returning to Willow, because it's going to be a TV series, which is just going to be awesome. I just hope they keep the style of the first film, and if they do that, it's on to a winner straight away. Then they done Children of Blood and Bone, which is a New York Times bestseller. Again, I haven't heard of it, so we don't know what that's going to be like. But then they actually said about Indiana Jones that there's going to be the final Indiana Jones movie with Harrison Ford. Now, with this one, we don't know if it's going to be the final one for him, and they're going to keep the, the story going on. They'll hire Chris Pratt or someone to play a young version. We don't know how it's going to go. This is just going to be great, because they've also got James Mangold, who is directing and writing this film. And obviously, he's the guy who gave us one of the greatest superhero films ever in Logan. It was just phenomenal, and it was just fantastic. But he also wrote other great ones like Copland, Girl Interrupted as well, which is nuts because of the way he is. But also he did bring us as well Ford vs Ferrari, or here in the UK, Le Mans 66, which is a stupid name for it because it should have been Ford vs Ferrari. But that's all what we got, guys, for the Lucasfilm presentation. I do have the other video on Marvel up on the channel now, so it's just going to be great because I really want to see if they succeed with this, because like I said at the very beginning, there's a lot of good stuff and there's a lot of bad stuff, but to me, at this moment in time, with the way Lucasfilm handled the series, the sequel trilogy, I can see this being a bit of a hit and miss category with all of these being announced. There could be some great ones, there could be some really big duds. We're just going to have to wait and see. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.